Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Cap Paranormal Files, the series where we break down paranormal videos from across the internet. I use my 10 plus years of investigating and research to find out if these videos are fact or cap, or fake or real. We're doing our typical jumping into a Nuke's Top 5 video. This one is Top 5 Scary Ghost Videos to Break Your Brain. We'll see. We'll see if they do. Pretty clean cut intro. Let's just hop right into it.
Top 5 Ghosts Caught on Camera. Nick Does Life. Nick Martin from Clearfield, Pennsylvania dedicates his YouTube account to his dream of one day becoming the proud owner of a brand new RV to live in and travel the country. In one of his videos, Nick...
If I get one single comment of what I think I'm gonna get, it's on. I'm fighting.
Does a vlog post mentioning that sadly, one of his favorite RV Life YouTube channels might be quitting YouTube soon. As Nick casually paces back and forth through his house to help compose his thoughts, he suddenly captures something absolutely spine-chilling.
There's YouTubers on this platform that, you know, they're not like super like, what's the word I'm looking for here?
What looks like a headless dark figure can be seen standing in the hallway right behind Nick. Now, it was one of Nick's loyal viewers, Megan, who actually noticed the creepy apparition and emailed me about the video. She also reached out to Nick, who reacts somewhat confused and just explains that, hey, I don't make ghost videos. Of course, I then got in contact with Nick, who is absolutely shocked by what he captured. Nick says he's seen and heard some strange things in his life, but never really thought much about them. Nick says he has no idea who or what this horrifying headless figure could be. But what do you think? Share your thoughts down in the comments.
It's an interesting one, right? Because, like, we've had this conversation before, right? Where we have people who are on YouTube or content creators. Oh, I need to move my fucking fat head here. This is what we're looking at. You know, we have YouTubers and content creators who have these channels dedicated to something specific. For example, Nick Does Life. This guy, he wants to build like a, what did they say, like a van that he could travel in and live in, right? Huge popular genre on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, like the RV, you know, van life, bus life, like all that type of stuff. So when they're making tons and tons of videos and something like this just happens to pop up, you know, there's two distinct directions, right? One is the obvious, that it's something paranormal, right? That could be something that is creepily sitting in his fucking house, right? Because, like, I don't think that is anything that's a reflection or a lens flare, anything like that, right? I don't think that's possible. Or the other direction is Nick knows a bit or two about how you can get some views on YouTube, and because, like, we're seeing this, right? We're seeing this trend now all over content creation platforms where people know the paranormal community gasses up videos when they find something that's not the main focus of the video, right? When it's not a paranormal video and people see something kind of paranormal or weird, they gas that video up in the comment sections and it boosts the algorithms, right? Now, I'm not saying that's what Nick did. I don't know him. I don't know, right? But we know that is a trend now. We know that that's something that people are doing because they know that comments will go crazy when they see something that the person recording doesn't see. And they'll start typing and they'll share, and they'll share it to their friends, be like, dude, I just saw this in this video, look at this. Like, It's an algorithm generator at this point, right? To throw in some paranormal stuff. So did he edit this in? Depends on who Nick is as a person. And that's where I kind of am left at on this video. We don't know him. We don't know anything about his channel. I'm not going to say he did it. I'm not going to say he didn't do it. But those are kind of the facts. If it is paranormal and real, by God, it might be time to get out of that house, because that doesn't look great at all. That's kind of creepy. Like, that's some fucking... The creepiest part is if you look at, like, its feet, or where its feet would be, it's almost like there's some, like, I don't know if it's, like, supposed to be a dress, but it almost looks like there's, like, shadows, like some... It looks like what, like, Shikamaru does in Naruto, where, like, he shoots out his shadow and, like, catches stuff. Like, I wouldn't want to be around that, for sure. Like, not a hard pass on that.
Operations of old Ballard in the comments. The Grain Fort Tunnels. British paranormal enthusiast Steve Ballard often conducts extensive explorations of old abandoned tunnels and forts. In this particular video, Steve is joined by his friend Stuart as they investigate the historic underground Grain Fort tunnels in Kent, England. The fort was built during the 1860s and survived 2 world wars, but later the fort was left abandoned and the actual structure was demolished. However, the underground tunnels beneath the Grain Fort are still there over 150 years later. Steve is showing his friend around the winding maze of halls and empty rooms when his equipment begins to act strangely.
Oh my torch is just gone out. That's charged. I'll charge it up today before I come out. That's weird. That's weird. Oh, that was weird, people. My torch just went out. And it went out here last time as well. When I come down here the first time, Stu, I could feel someone breathing down my neck. Literally breathing right down my neck. Hello? Is anyone here?
Steve recalls a creepy event from a past visit, but little does he know that their current exploration is about to become much more disturbing.
Cold, really cold. Is there anyone here? Oh, why is that doing that? Stuart, I'll keep getting the shadows going past this light down there. On that lock-off camera. Look at my phone. That's weird. Look, watch my phone. If you turn your light off a minute, watch my phone. Wait. Watch. See it? That's gone.
Yeah.
It keeps going off.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's something going in front of that light down there.
Yeah.
A strange shadow blocks out a faint light in one of the tunnels, almost as if someone or something is walking back and forth. Although a little creeped out, the two friends continue their investigation. What happens next is downright chilling.
This tunnel is
It's amazing, isn't it?
really smart. It's really clean.
Yeah. And it's dry, look. For the best part.
Yeah.
Did you see it? A shadow-like figure can be seen walking through the tunnel right in front of the two friends. They don't see it, but Steve is shocked when he looks back at his footage. Now Steve has no idea who or what this could have been, and creepiest of all, whatever it is, doesn't make a sound. Now if you notice, Steve and Stuart's footsteps are loud as they echo through the tunnel system. But whatever this is, it makes no audible sound at all as it hurries across the end of the tunnel.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Really smart. It's really clean.
Yeah. And it's dry, look. For the best part.
Yeah.
So what do you think this could be? Let me know down in the comments.
Okay, so the first part where they're looking at like the black screen, and it's like they don't make a point to say, are they seeing this with their eyes or are they seeing it with the phone camera? If they're just seeing it with the phone camera, it's probably pixelation because it's trying to adjust to the blackness. So I'm not even going to address that one. Okay, it's not worth the time and effort. I do want to also point out when they're explaining his previous story where he like walking down a hallway feels like someone breathing down his neck. You know, there is proof, and I don't remember what type of wiring it is, but there's specific wiring that like when you're exposed to it in like a cramped space, it can generate like certain and this isn't like a paranormal thing, this is like a science proven thing, that it can put off certain wavelengths that actually, like, when the human body is around it, can create like paranoia and uncomfortableness, and it kind of gives you that feeling of like, oh, something's looking at me but there's nothing looking at me. It's because you're actually getting like hit with that like invisible wavelength. I don't know if it's copper or zinc, sulfur, something like that. So that could totally be down here, right? Like, you'd totally be down there. Now, let's talk about the bread and butter of the video, which is this apparition that pops up, right? If you guys aren't seeing it, it's right here. Right there. It's tough. It's tough because we have his shadow right here. So, like, are we 100% positive that this isn't this guy's shadow, this front dude's shadow, and the guy behind him had, like, maybe he was on his left side, like over here, and turned on a flashlight, and it popped up the shadow here, and then it merged down the hallway because he like moved over. You guys kind of get where I'm going with that? Like, turned on a flashlight. I don't know. It's tough to say. Apparitions are cool. I don't really know. Oh my god, is this another dude who people are gonna say I look like? Fuck, man, 2 in 1 video. Not all fat bearded people look the same. God damn it. I'm just getting ahead of the comments. I don't know. I don't really know what to say about this one, right? Like, it's definitely creepy. It definitely looks like something's walking the more that we look at it. Let's slow this puppy down here. Let's slow her down. Like so he pans down his his flashlight down, up. It does look like something's like in the motion of walking. Interesting. Not enough evidence to prove it's real or fake, honestly. It does actually kind of seem like that might be a legit apparition.
The Stowaway. Friends David and Dell from the YouTube channel Signs and Signals are out in the middle of the night to explore the abandoned Zion Presbyterian Church Cemetery, which was founded all the way back in 1851. The graveyard sits isolated, deep in the countryside of South Carolina. David and Dell find themselves in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by woods and graves.
Dude.
Always some crazy
Dude, this place looks old, man. Like, big time old.
There's no church on
Why is it gotta sound like a southern me, too? Fuck.
the other side of it.
There's nothing but woods from what I can see. It's dark as hell.
Record everything.
I can't see anything. Oh, we got that stump. Zion. I mean, that's got a church. That says a church cemetery. Where's the church?
I don't know about this one, man.
Why do we choose to do one that's like out in the woods?
Because we live out near the woods.
So,
I mean, at first glance, this has got to be one of the creepiest looking graveyards I've ever seen.
Go check out what it is.
I mean, look at these like crosses. I mean, just saying, like, you see, why are there pineapples right there? Oh God, you hear that?
What was that?
You didn't hear that? That was right here. Like right
Oh, gas demons.
David and Dell are obviously a little creeped out by the eerie atmosphere of the cemetery and joke around to keep everything a bit more lighthearted. But all that changes when David suddenly hears something moving. Right behind him.
I can't tell.
Yeah. Go, Dale. Saw. I don't know what I saw. I don't know what I saw. I thought it was a person.
David sees someone watching him from the bushes, and he bolts away in terror. He warns Dell about what he just saw, and they decide to just get the out
Damn, Dale. Oh, I feel you, Dale. It's a struggle out here for us big boys sometimes.
of there.
Homeboy's like, we gotta get the fuck out, and he's like, I'll try.
Now, the two friends in no way claim that this terrifying encounter is
Alright, let's see what we get here.
watching him from the
Huh. Okay, so interesting. It definitely looks like I don't know, guys. That looks super poorly edited when you kind of like there's stuff meshed in with the leaves,
bushes, and he
but then like when it moves its head up, it's not. I don't know, fellas. That's kind of looking a little
watching.
sus. Still frames tell it all, right? Like, because you're telling me like this is the apparition, and it's like merged into the leaves, and then like you see the face. I'm gonna call fake. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Dale, my guy. They want to do some thick boy paranormal, we can, but you know, yeah, I'm calling Cap, my guys. It looks fake. Plus, it's another one of those typical paranormal things that I talk about, right? They're in a graveyard. It's always the graveyard or a abandoned whatever. Abandoned stuff, not always, but graveyards are always like so typical that it just seems silly. And then it's like a white-faced little girl. That one looked more even like kind of like not the Grudge, but the other one. Maybe the Grudge. I don't know. It just too typical, too common ground.
Even anything paranormal. In fact, David believes that he saw just a real person, creepily sitting there in the bushes in a graveyard, in the middle of nowhere. And as I've always said on this channel, sometimes real people are way scarier than anything paranormal, especially weirdos hiding in graveyards. But who or what this actually is remains a mystery. Months later, and after many viewer requests, David and Dell gather their courage and decide to explore the cemetery once again. Nothing much happens, but as David reviews their footage, he finds something that shocks him to his core.
Yeah, I've heard like a bunny mask, like a birthday mask. See, to me, I can see why people would say maybe it's a mask. I really can't tell. At first, I couldn't even tell where.
Damn, dude, like, hold on. Brother? I got those blue eyes, too, About to call my dad, babe. We got some sus shit going on, my guy.
A head was. You know what I mean? All I saw was just that something was moving, but the more and more, like after you edited and everything and we looked at it on the screen and not on the phone, then you could tell it's like something like
Yeah,
head up.
Without either of them knowing, someone opens up the back of David's car and just kinda hops inside. David and Dell then drive the same car all the way back home. David says that in the morning after their visit to the cemetery, he found the back of his car open, but nothing inside was missing. It goes without saying that he's worried that now whoever was in the back of the car with them knows where he lives.
I don't buy it.
So what do you think is going on here? Could this just be a homeless stranger that was looking for a free ride? Or is it something much, much worse? Let me know what you think. You can watch this creepy encounter and many more over on the YouTube channel, Signs and Signals. Before we move on to the next video,
Entertaining content, fellas. Well done.
if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. The Goodwill Ghost Doll. TikTok user James Fodder bought a very creepy doll at his local Goodwill. At the time, a store employee warned James that the doll's previous owner was in a rush to get rid of it because she believed it was very haunted. James didn't believe in the paranormal and knew the doll was worth quite a bit of money, so he bought it and took it home. That's when he realized that he had made a huge mistake. James began to hear voices. The doors in his home started to open and close on their own. And scariest of all, he started seeing strange shadowy shapes around his home. James decided to place the doll on a chair in an empty room with a motion-activated camera monitoring it. What he captures is downright creepy.
I'm scared.
The camera moves around as if tracking movement somewhere in the empty room, but nothing's moving. Then a small dark shape can be seen quickly moving across the floor in the hallway behind the doll. James explains that the camera only moves when it senses physical motion, so he has no idea why the camera would be moving when there's nothing there. Another night of filming, and when James checks his camera footage, he is shocked. The camera still moves all around, seemingly tracking something that we can't see. Then the doll seems to just start moving all on its own. James says that he was a skeptic before all this, but that he now 100% believes that the doll he brought home from Goodwill has a paranormal entity attached to it. But what do you think is happening here? Is it real, or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Hoax. I don't buy any of it. I don't buy a single second of it. Okay? I don't buy the camera. I don't buy the doll. I don't buy the black thing that scurried across the floor. I don't buy any of it. I don't buy that he was a skeptic. I don't buy that the person selling him the doll said that it was haunted. I don't buy any of it. Dude's making some content. Dude wants to create a narrative. It's the same narrative you hear all the time from content creators trying to make paranormal content for views. It's legit a formula. Creepy doll. You guys have smartphones, right? We have cameras you can set up and control your smartphone. I have a Canon camera or a Nikon camera or something like that was like $150. I can control it with my smartphone. I can move and adjust it with my smartphone. Like what are we? I'm sorry. If anyone buys this, I'm sorry. It's fake. It's fake.
You decide. Just below the surface, urban explorer Ilem Mbano Paranormal is back on another exploration, this time at an abandoned underground heating plant shelter somewhere in the middle of the forest in the Czech Republic. Just to be safe, Bono inspects the entire complex to make sure that he's completely alone before he even starts to explore. Then he leaves some of his extra belongings in one of the shelter's rooms and starts his investigation. Now, almost immediately, things take a bizarre turn.
All these small rooms. Yeah, this is just, I'm gonna go there so later. This is the room. Close it. This is the room where I have my stuff. This is the little thing I keep my gimbal in because it's kind of fragile. Wait. Hello?
The door to the room that he had just closed seconds before appears to swing open by itself. Now, of course, this could simply just be caused by a draft, but as Bono continues to explore through the underground complex, things just get much, much weirder.
Yeah, and this is the second entrance. Here are freak, that scared me. Is that? Hello? Okay, so no, wait, this. It's not plugged in. You see the wire? Okay.
An old unplugged phone rings as if it's still working. Bono inspects the phone but finds no explanation as to how the phone could have rung. So now he begins to get more and more creeped out, being underground and completely alone in this sprawling shelter. But Bono is determined to keep recording, and he scouts through more and more empty rooms and creepy hallways.
So I'm here at the entrance. It's already kind of dark, and I went again through the whole complex, and there's just no one there. So either they ran away, or I don't know, they did it remotely, or it's just like the phone is haunted. I don't know. I like to not think that someone is caused by haunting till it's just completely till you just can't explain it by anything, by anything. But
well, that's not good.
No.
What looks like a heavy metal plate seems to rise up from the ground on its own and then falls.
Rise, my
Bono is
child.
freaked out and makes a run for it. But unfortunately, Bono realizes that he has left his belongings back inside one of the rooms. And so he has to go back in to collect them. What happens next is chilling.
Sorry.
Was kind of far, but I think in this direction. I think it was far, but okay. I have to go for my stuff, so.
A deep rumble makes Bono freeze in his tracks. He tries to determine where the sound came from, and as he goes to check it out, well, did you see it? A dark figure can be seen peeking from around the corner at the end of the hallway. The explorer doesn't even notice and walks right past where the figure appeared. It wasn't until later, when viewers of his YouTube channel pointed out the strange peeker, that Bono realized what he had captured. He says he has no idea who or what this could be. So, it's up to you to decide. You can watch this entire investigation over on the YouTube channel, ILMN Bono Paranormal. Contamination. For the people who...
Nuke's Top 5 giving us some extra content on this one. Alright, so... I don't think it's real. I do have to give props to him. I always do. Like, I think it's dumb to go and do stuff alone like this. Because, like, okay, like, even, let's take paranormal and people out of the equation. Let's say homie slips on all that shit that's on the ground and smacks the back of his head and gets all fucked up and can't, like, get out of there. You know, at least, if you're gonna go do, which I don't recommend, if you're gonna go explore alone, at least let people know where you're at. You know, like, get some sort of, you know, text system or family, friends, whatever. Just at least let them know where you're at. As far as the video itself goes, I don't know, man. I don't buy any of it. Like, the first thing, right, like, the door opening, like, it could, like, he didn't actually lock the door. It could just be the hinges or shit, and it just opened itself. I don't think that's anything paranormal. Okay. Now, this phone thing is right out of, like, a horror game. Super duper creepy. But do I think that that's actually happening and it's paranormal? No. I think that it would be very easy to fake something like that, or he's getting pranked, one way or the other. Maybe there's secret hidden cameras in here and they do this shit to fuck with people all the time. Who knows? I don't know. I don't believe the phone thing for a second. The piece of metal rising up is the only one that really is interesting. And, like, even still that could be faked, right? Like, you could just have a string attached. Because, I mean, there could be people in there, right? It's an edited video. You could have, like, someone behind this green wall right here. There's, like, a string that's like a fishing line that's attached to this. And he's just pulling it up and letting it drop, right? Like, nothing too complex there. And then he runs away, right? What was the last thing? The face on the wall? Yeah, I don't. It's just, like I say, like, at least in my experience, and maybe I've just had horrible luck. Like, the odds of you actually having something, quote-unquote, paranormal happening in one visit or one session is 0 to none, right? Like, it's so difficult and few and far between. Like, You know, if you watch like the TV shows, right? Like you forget that they're there for typically at least 24 hours, at least or more, multiple days. And I still think that they fabricate a lot of that, or at least heighten it to make you think that something that's very easily explained is something paranormal. So to have two absolutely catastrophically crazy paranormal things with that phone ringing and the metal thing moving up and down, and then the door and an apparition, bro, that's like the haunted place in the most haunted place in the whole entire world. Right? Like it's like the gold mine of paranormal, and I just don't buy it. I don't. I think it's fake. I think it's entertainment. It's good entertainment. I enjoyed the video. I enjoyed watching it, but I definitely don't think it's real.
He says he has no way till the end. Watch this entire man. In this video, 2 Japanese paranormal video that is around all the way till the end. I have one more video that is very creepy, but honestly, just a little too good to be true. In this video, 2 Japanese friends can be seen hiking deep into the woods on a nature trail somewhere in Japan. It's starting to get dark when one of the guys becomes very ill. His friend hurries off to find a restroom on the trail to bring back water for his sick friend. And this is where the peaceful hiking trip turns into the stuff of nightmares.
おい大丈夫かおいマジ大丈夫かよ動ける水持ってくるわどうしようちょ待てるあじゃあ水持ってくるからちょっとここで待っててじゃあちょっとじってくるから日が来たなだいぶ暗くなってきた急ぐがあいつ危ないからな早く行かないと俺これもしかして暑いどっから入るんだこれここからでいいのかなお来たこっちやなちゃんととか汚いなもう殺していかなきゃ何誰かいるのちょっとやめてよえなんで三つもなんでいいの ったんだ。うわっ、何これ。
Creepy giggling can be heard from somewhere inside the something.
Okay, so like, sorry to cut you off, Nukes, but I'm not gonna. We're just gonna jump into it. I really do think that there is a, and I feel dumb even saying this, but maybe people just don't. Maybe they haven't put two and two together. But I think there really is a ginormous community in Japan of people who make short horror films, whether it be for school or fun or, you know, it's just what they're into, and they are really fucking good. This is really good. It's really, really good. It's not real, right? Like, I don't, there's so much in this that doesn't make sense, right? Like, I mean, I think everyone would be in agreement that this is fake, but like the first thing that doesn't make sense to me is like, okay, like if you're traveling through the woods to go get water for your homie who's sick now, right? Why did he fabricate fear upon showing up at this just little rest stop, right? Like right when he walked in, it was a fabricated fear. And that was when I was like, oh, this is just going to be content. You know, like it's just content. Like, why is he scared to go get water? It's an acting. It's a fabrication. But this is great. I love it. This is a great short, a horror short. 10 out of 10. It's creepy, spooky. Reflections are good. Camera work's good. The creepy lady was good, or whatever. I guess I shouldn't assume lady, but you know, it's all good. I enjoyed it. It's just, it's not real. It's clearly a movie short of some sort. But we've seen this now a couple times with some of Nuke's top fives. Is we're getting these Japanese, I think they've all been Japanese, or at least that's what he claims they are, like almost short films. So I don't know if it's just a large community who does it, or if it's like, if it's a film class thing that, you know, they make short horror films, or maybe it's a club, or, and then I'm saying like a general thing, like that there could be all of this around Japan. But yeah, I think it's a great short. I really enjoyed it. It's entertaining. But yeah, clearly fake. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. Please hop down in the comment sections below. Let's talk. Let's see if we share the same opinions. If you agree, disagree, have a different opinion, or think that I look like those two other big bearded guys, because, you know, sometimes it'd be like that. This guy, not as much. What was his name? Dale? A little bit more. A little bit more. I mean, we'll just bring it back here. We'll just bring it back here. Yeah. A little bit. A little bit. Alright, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.